So you've committed too many sins and you've done too many bad things for God to ever forgive you, let alone answer your prayers or give you whatever it is you need. You see, a lot of us either go through this or have gone through this at some point in our lives where we've done too many bad things that we look at it and we say, there's no hope for us. Why should we ever ask Allah? Or perhaps, with what face am I going to show up to Allah and ask Him for something when I've done all these bad things and I've transgressed against the religion? Now, the answer to this is very interesting, and it's also found in the Quran. You see, the first thing we need to understand is that as Muslims, we believe, and we have to believe, that every single word and every single verse in the Quran is 100% true. And these are God's words, after all, so they must be the source of truth that we need to live by. But here's the problem. We do not always live by our belief system. You see, we could believe something to be good or bad, true or false, but that doesn't mean we're going to implement that belief system into our daily lives. And I'll give you an example. We all believe exercising is very good and needed, but do we all do it? Of course not. And we all believe that eating certain foods is dangerous and bad for us, but do we all stay away from them? Of course not. And the same thing with the religion. You see, God has given us solutions to our problems that we go through on a daily basis. But instead of going out to God, instead of reading the book, we start asking our friends, we start asking neighbors, we start asking Google for solutions to our problems, when Allah has clearly said in the Quran that we believe to be true, in a verse that we believe to be true, and the words that we believe to be true say the following: فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ. Translated, Allah is telling us that indeed I am nearby to answer the call of the caller whenever he calls out. And this is what's beautiful. Now, if we believe this to be true, and we have to as Muslims, and we do, alhamdulillah, Allah is telling us that if we make a dua, He doesn't say we have to be a sinner. He doesn't say we have to be pious. We have to be good people, bad people. He just said you have to call out to dua. We have to call out to Allah. We have to make the dua. أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ. Not أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الشيخ or المطوع or المفتي or any of that stuff. Anybody, you and me, we just stand there so long as it's sincere and it's coming out of the heart and we are genuinely asking Allah for something that we need, then Allah will reply. Allah will help us, because this is what He has told us in the Quran, and we both believe that those words in that Quran are 100% true. So why don't we live by that belief system? SubhanAllah, the first thing we need to do whenever we run into issues is to ask Allah. There's even a hadith from the Rasul where he says, if you ask Allah, even if it were for a shoelace, something as simple as a shoelace, we ask Allah first, SubhanAllah. And this is in the Quran, and we need to implement our beliefs into our daily lives, because this is what's needed from us as Muslims. Barakallah feekum. Take care. Salam.